Photoshop. To open Photoshop, remember you can do a spotlight search by pressing Command Spacebar and they type in Photoshop. Alternatively, you can go to the spaceship on the launch pad and find Photoshop on there. Right there. That's how you do it. Remember when Photoshop opens, it's just kind of there. The stream should come in shortly as well. And sometimes you might need to refresh the screen. Or press play.
Still 4. There you go. There you go.
What did you do to refresh?
Yeah, just refresh.
Okay, just so refresh on your browser. You can totally just look at the projector. I just know that 2 things happen with the projector. The quality is crap, and it's kind of far, and some people are not facing it. So I try to come up with ways so that everyone can see it. I'm sorry. All right, so first thing on Photoshop, we're going to create a new file. So file, new. Call it Storyboard. You can call it ECS, best title, right? ECS 3 Storyboard. And then if you don't have a team name yet, you can just give it the names of your team members. That is the best title right there. After you named it, you want to make sure that you choose the preset. If you jumped ahead, it's all right. But you want to make sure that you choose the web preset. So you want to go under presets and press web. We're just going to work with an 800 by 600 screen, which is about half of your screen, and that's enough for me.
So 800 by 600?
Yep. All right, that will give you a blank slate. Now we're going to do this, we're going to work with layers. Photoshop and layers are some of the best things you can use with Photoshop. Layers are up to you. I'll show you how to use them. Top right and bottom right of your screen, you'll get the layers panel. If you click on the button closest to the trash can, so the very far right, second button from the left, that adds a new layer. Usually it adds a transparent layer. It has no color. You add color to it. I would advise you not to use your brush yet or your pencil yet. Again, we're making a website, and as we saw even from the most basic side, the Block Games website, it's all very square. Try to keep things square for now, and as we kind of keep going along and you refine the site, you can give it a little bit better dimension. So I'm going to show you how to use Photoshop with your selection tools. You're going to go to the second tool on the left side. That's where your tools are at. The second tool is called the Square Marquee tool. Select that, and you're going to draw a selection on the left side of your canvas. The canvas is the image that you're using right now. Okay, when you let go of the mouse, you should see blinking lines. You're on the red step, you want to get the marquee tool. You want to draw it on the left side. Perfect. And draw it all the way down. We're making that. So right now we're making kind of like the navigation bar on the left. Okay? Now to add color to this, this is where it's fun. You have 2 different colors to choose from. You have a foreground color and a background color in Photoshop. And we went over this back when we did the beat activity. The foreground color for me is white. The background color is black. When we're using marquee tools, the quickest way to fill things in is to use a background color. So I'm gonna have you guys choose as a team, or as right now we're playing around, so maybe individually, a different background color. I'm gonna make mine gray. So I have a gray background color right now. You want to double click that square that's in the background. It's usually, I think, white. You double click that. You choose a color that you like. I did gray. Once you choose it, you're going to press Command Delete. And you should have a colorful vertical line on the left side of your screen. I'm going to come around. If you're not there, I'll help you out.
Oh my god. Wait, what were we supposed to do? Just press delete. Very strange. We're supposed to press delete. Oh no. Oh no. Make it like 130. There you Watch, it's just gonna appear. Yeah, see?
All right, everyone.
Wait.
There are two ways to fill in color. You can go Command Delete.
Oh, Command delete.
Make sure that you use the delete key that's in the middle of the keyboard above the arrow keys.
What's this now?
Middle name, ECS, Storyboard, and your name.
Wow.
Help each other out. Look at the person next to you. They're having trouble. Help them out. All right, so that's one way to fill things in with Photoshop.
Why is it lagging? It's not lagging.
Send content report, shut it down. You know Photoshop already?
Yes.
Good. All right, great. So now to get rid of that selection, because right now you're going to notice you can't really do anything else unless it's selected in a way. So the way I work with Photoshop to make websites and to make mockups or storyboards, I just draw squares. I really just draw squares, fill them in with color, add some text to it, start making things shiny with layers. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add another bar. I'm going to make a horizontal bar that's going to hold the title of my website. So guess what? I'm going to grab that same square tool. When I press anywhere on my screen with the square marquee tool selected, if I just give it a one press, it deselects everything. Another way to deselect your selection is to press Command and the letter D for dog or deselect. So Command D deselects.
Oh, D.
D as in dog. Now, I'm going to make another horizontal bar. Thank you. I'm going to make another horizontal bar, and I'm going to place that on the top. Now, another trick that you can do with your selections is as you drag a selection, as you start creating a selection, if you're not happy as to how you placed it, you can press the space bar, and move your selection around. So I have the mouse pressed, I have the space bar pressed, and I'm moving my selection around the screen. I'm going to put it exactly where I want it. I'm going to choose another color. This time I'm going to have you guys choose a different foreground color. So the front. For me, I'm going to do a blue. And for this, I'm going to use the bucket. The bucket tool can sometimes be hidden. In most cases, if you open Photoshop for the first time, the bucket tool is definitely going to be hidden. So you want to go on your toolbars. It's under the eraser. That one's hard to miss. And above the water drop. Press and hold down the gradient tool and go to the paint bucket tool. And then just drop some paint on that selection. I'll come around.
So you want a different color of those to each small one there.
I just pressed it. Great job. You guys are doing a great job. Okay, so that's a little bit of just basic, putting some shapes in. Already it's looking like a good website. Good work. Now let's make ECS, storyboard. We're gonna make a content placeholder. So to make a website look nice, and I know we're all making the same thing, and today's just an introduction to it. You can play with it as much as you want. I'm gonna give you some extra things to play with. In the meantime, I'm gonna make a content area. And I think it'd be kind of cool if we still have the white background, but then we have a little bit of a nice little shade in between here. So I'm gonna draw another square. I'm gonna give it some padding, I'm gonna call it, some padding, some space between the left horizontal line, some space against the right wall.
I did it and it made it my
Okay. Okay. If you're having issues with the Command C, the undo on Photoshop is strange. It likes to show you one step backwards.
Yeah, it's only one step.
If you want to go back further, press Command, Option Z, and that will give you more steps back. And then coming up next, I'll show you how to see all the steps that you've done. Okay, so I just dragged another square. I made it in the middle. I'm going to give it a really light, really light gray, almost white. Almost white. And your choice. If you're using the foreground color picker, you can use the bucket to paint it in. If you chose to select this color using the, what's the other one called? Background color, you're filling it in by pressing Command Delete.
Is it supposed to be this slow?
What's that?
Is it supposed to be this slow? No, not at all.
Oh, there you go.
I'll make sure.
All right, so far we're working only one layer. If I came around, I might have cheated and added a layer for you. That's okay. So this is kind of like my main setup, right? Now I want to add some pizzazz to this thing. I want to make it look a little bit nicer. So you can do it a variety of ways. One of the easiest ways to do it is to just add some pre-made awesomeness to it. And the way I do that is I'm going to go ahead and double click on my layer. What I did there is I went over to a blank space on my layers where my top layer is. I double clicked it and I got this. The next thing I did was I opened my keys right here. I filled it in with the background color. So just pick any color on it.
Or it happened to me too.
The next thing I did was
It's not gonna work.
now when you just like this time I'm going to use the front. And to use the front, I use both things are the same thing. Exactly the same thing. And again, remember where I selected it at. So all right, everyone. So if you double click your layer, you'll get what's called layer styles. One that's really cool is at the very bottom. It's called drop shadow. You can add some drop shadow to your website. Another one that's kind of cool is if you add a stroke to your website, and you can change the color of the stroke. All of these things are massively customizable. You can change the color of the shadow, you can change the color of the stroke, you can change everything on it. So this is where I let you guys experiment a little bit, play with those layer styles, see how much craziness you have to your website, and this is how you set it apart. Okay, I'll come around with the picture.
Where is there any different type of picture?
The website looks like it's the eyesore. Absolutely undid it. Mine looks like it's an eyesore.
So what I just click the little check boxes. Oh, God.
So wait. Okay, no.
I don't even know what to do. Josh, you're gonna make real fit.
What?
I'm gonna do all the items.
Looks so cool. It's like a lovely melting grass. And then
It's gotta play around. It's like a little like that.
I like it. What if it's like it's just
I select like color. Vice versa, like that.
And then go to switch it, like the little like arrow on top of it. Yeah, press that so it's in the foreground, and then get that paint ticket. Yeah. And then just like anywhere you go.
And then this here?
Yeah.
Ah,
What grade?
It's still like, it's weird because it's not manufactured. So basically, a square, I what's the motion to it? What's the CPU one number? I'm gonna give you. So, and I just think guys, this one's all I have is my background. That's very, I'm using Put the R. Let's see what's called. Photoshop? Yeah. That's weird. Oh, that's also make it like what is that? No. No. So the shapes are totally useful. They're great, but they're colors. No, like real shapes. Making a model. Oh my God! How did you do that? It's really weird. It's a weird interface. Oh my God! So much stuff. All over the piece of these. That's all. So cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the text for each of everyone. So you guys have done some excellent work. There's also pretty awesome. So the next thing I'm gonna have you guys do is add some text. There is a type tool. It's a big T underneath the pen. It looks like a calligraphy pen. It's towards the bottom. Now, when you use the text tool, wow, what's going on with this? Whenever you use the text tool, it's gonna create its own layer. So if I go to the text tool and I start to create, if I type in anything here, what's going on here?
Oh, there you go.
Okay, hold up, I'm frozen. What is it? Yeah.